All right, so without further ado, let's have the players select the new gifts.
Come to me, thoughts of her, won't let me be. Go to the valley, climb the hill, whatever it takes, darling. You know I will. Hey, now, darling, you have me so, darling. 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 Hear her calling every home.
The Kaw Valley region really extends from somewhere around Leavenworth all the way out towards the Junction City, which is west of Manhattan. It's a very large geographical area, but the two largest cities are really Lawrence and Topeka, which combined is about 250,000 people. One of the reasons that we feel that the Kaw Valley region is an excellent place for a team like Kaw Valley FC, one has to do with the population size in those two communities, and two, it really has to do with the time of year that we would be playing. In the summer, because Lawrence and Topeka are both college cities, there's not a lot from an athletic perspective that really takes place after the college ends in about mid-May until really in August when they start back up, which is perfect for us because our players who participate in this on this team really play from mid-May through the end of July. So I think one of the biggest challenges with just starting a PDL team is just trying to learn what you don't know. You know, you're talking about venues, you're talking about putting together a team, you're looking at business operations, you're looking at the technical side and hiring a coach and finding players. Then you start talking about how are we going to sell, tickets to this? What are all the game day events going to be? One of the biggest challenges was just wrapping our heads around all of those components and then thinking about how would we finance this? How would we keep this financially solvent? How do we, identify the right partners? Partners like the University of Kansas to help us find the right people to do this operationally and to build that internal capacity.
When I was first approached by Marcus for this collaboration with Sporting Kaw Valley to develop Kaw Valley FC, I was immediately excited. I think this is one of the most exciting things we've done as a program. Our ability for us on the academic side to take this practice, this theory that we talk about in the classroom, and actually apply it in a setting that is very, very exciting, very fast-paced, and will give our students just a plethora of opportunities to be involved in the field is something that is very unique to us here at KU. And I was immediately intrigued with this idea because I think it's a way for us to get involved with the community, get our story out there to the community, and really show people what KU Sport Management can do in this community, a community that I care a lot about, that our students care a lot about. So this opportunity couldn't have come at a better time for us as we're growing our program and trying to do more things for our students to get them involved so that they're best prepared to be on the job market.
So I do a lot of planning as far as when we're going to get out into the community, different ancillary events. And then I also will be pretty involved with the operations side of our home games, as well as bringing in nonprofits and things like that. I've enjoyed bringing in some of the undergrad students to get involved. I think it's important for them to get involved in whatever they can and have fun while doing it. So I've been trying to keep it really open for them with whatever they're kind of passionate about. So that's been fun and rewarding to be able to help them with this opportunity. And I also think that being able to see our events be successful when it's our first time doing it and we're all just trying to figure it out and having them go well is really been rewarding.
So one of the things that I think is one of the most important elements of why I think we'll be successful is really has to do with our operational partners. I'm not sure that any of this would be possible without really a partnership between Sporting Kaw Valley, the University of Kansas and the sports management program there, and Sporting Kansas City. I think operationally, there's just no way that a youth club can run really a successful PDL team without having additional support operationally. When we were kind of thinking about how would we solve this challenge, one of the things that I thought was really important was to to reach out to the University of Kansas, because they do have a very recognized national program in sports management, and certainly they have a lot of successful athletic teams, and just start picking their brain around what would this look like operationally.
When we first sat down to design this team, and even simple things like what are the names going to be, what are the colors going to be, what's the imagery going to be, where are we going to play, all those conversations we put an incredible amount of thought into. We only get one chance to roll this out to the public. We only get one first impression. And I've been very happy with the thought and meticulous nature that has gone behind creating this team from the beginning. I think the community is really going to embrace this team, because these communities need something like this. They need something in the summer for when college athletics are over. When the students have gone home, your only option to watch competitive sport is to go to Kansas City or somewhere farther away. And those teams are great, but they're not our teams. They're not our community's teams. And I think Cobb Valley FC will represent Lawrence and Topeka and this surrounding area in a fashion that people are really going to take pride in, because the product on the field is going to be excellent. And I think once people see that, once they see the game day experience, they're really going to embrace this and embrace this team as their own.
How do we create, the best developmental program for college players in this region? That's number one. Two, I think it's extremely important that we help continue to maintain Sporting Kansas City's homegrown status over the players that they're developing out of the academy, while at the same time creating very new opportunities for our own players, not only in our club, but in other Sporting Kansas City Academy affiliate programs, so that they have another pathway potentially into the pros as well. For me, a long-term goal would be, if we can get good on the men's side, can we create a women's program? Can we find enough teams to play in the region that we could create those same opportunities for our players and our coaches on the female side of the game? And I think that would be something that I'd really like to see. I think it'll be more engaging to the community. I think it'll be more engaging to the rest of our membership, the other half of our membership. And then I think, beyond that, we could look at, how does that translate into some other opportunities in the region, or maybe a different tier of the developmental pyramid after we accomplish those.
I love the PDL tagline of Path to Pro. And I think our students here in the sport management program are going to see that path from working here to then trying to be professionals. And then our players are going to see that path. Our youth players that are 12 and 14, they're going to see the players that were in the Sporting Kansas City Academy affiliates and how they're now playing for the PDL teams, and hopefully them playing professionally after that. And I think we can really illustrate that path and also put on a really good entertainment product at the same time. Right now we're just a concept, and the response we've gotten from people just off this concept has been incredible. I can't wait until we play games, until we get our players out in front of the public, and they can see how much they care about this sport, how much they care about this community. I think we're building the team the right way. We have a dynamic group of people from Sporting Kansas City Academy affiliates, from Kansas, from the local area, and I can't wait for us to be able to tell their story and let the surrounding communities here in Lawrence and Topeka really hear about these players, this team, and what it can mean to this community.
So, with our mission being enriching lives and connecting communities through the sport of soccer, was really the driving factor for why we decided to get involved with the PDL team. From a player perspective, we really felt it was important to have players in the local area within our community who our young athletes could be around, could watch them play in the summer when some of their seasons are not in full swing, but they would have the ability to watch and learn high quality soccer in a very family friendly environment at a very affordable price. So we thought that would be great for our players. We also thought it would be fantastic for our coaching staff, who would have the ability to work with someone like Ishvan or Bonnie, who they could learn from and then take some of their lessons that they learned throughout that season and bring it back into our club to help kind of develop players in a different way. We also thought that it would be a fantastic opportunity for some of our older players who may develop over time and have the opportunity to play, not only at the collegiate level, but also in a pre-professional level, and hopefully someday maybe in the professional level.
Hear her calling, come to thoughts of her won't let me be. Go to the valley, climb the hill, whatever it takes, darling. You know I will. Hey, now,